Oh, my thing didn't pop up. Stop.
No, keep that in.
We have to. It's live.
What?
It's live.
It didn't pop up for me. It's just now started.
Go,
Anyway.
go.
Anyways.
Hey, everybody. Today we roast Chris's Tinder substitute, Tik Tok. This is the Thought Arcade.
Welcome back to the Thought Arcade.
I
We did it.
like that.
Here.
We did it, y'all. Oh, we did it. We did a funny intro.
Oh my God.
That was like 20 seconds of just like, what?
Well, I was waiting. I was looking for the timer. I was waiting, and then it didn't appear until like 14, 15 seconds in.
The interwebs failed us, dude. Way to
Yeah.
go.
It was like going, and then it hit 15 seconds, and then you said something, and then Elijah goes, "Wait, that wasn't there. What happened?"
Yeah.
Well, it just popped up saying that it's live. It's whatever. Anyways.
Way to go, interwebs.
Yeah.
Well, we are here. We are here doing the TikTok roast of 2020. If you may have heard, there's a big deal about possibly banning this app, and we always talk crap about it. And here we are. We're gonna go down the. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be great. You can watch along with us on YouTube if you dare. This could get crazy. We don't even know what to expect here.
It's gonna be unfiltered.
It's totally. I mean, we're just gonna. I mean, I don't even have a thing. I just went to the page. And I'm just gonna go scroll from top to bottom. Viewer discretion is advised.
Dun dun
Dun dun dun. All right.
Wait, hold on. First, I did want to mention I do not use TikTok as an alternate Tinder. That was misleading information, Elijah. I am just frequently on Tinder, TikTok.
Yes. Freudian slip, my dude. All right, so this guy is miming.
Yeah.
And we previewed it earlier, and it is.
You know you authentically
It is loud.
anointed when people who got more than you don't like you.
Okay. So
And you're trying to figure out why you attacking me when I ain't got nothing. I hope y'all
sermon.
Yeah.
That's intense.
It feels okay. I'm gonna go right off the bat because the audio quality reminds me of like those really horrible vines that like just blast.
Yeah, my ears hurt. Just I mean,
Yeah.
that the audio was loud.
Like this one is kind of creative.
Okay, so this is
Like,
this
I'm
is
okay with
Marshmallow.
that.
He's like I think he's a big like musician,
one.
DJ guy. What?
Oh my God.
I'm getting rid of this. Hold on one second. There we go. All right.
Kinda
That's
like-
weird.
Yeah. I feel like the people that were on Vine and they tried, like Vine died, and then they went to YouTube and they failed there.
I just feel like
Unless
it's
you're
so
like Jake
forced.
Paul. And then now you have TikTok, which I believe has replaced Vine in our
Yeah.
social
But
media conscious.
I hate Vine though.
Hey, Daniel, real quick. I sent you one in the chat real quick. Can you pull that one up?
Yeah. Let me
So being someone who is like actively on TikTok, even when I shouldn't be, I do find a lot of funny videos, and I send you guys a bunch of them. And this one is probably one of my my favorite ones because on TikTok, everybody has these like popular dances that they do.
I hate
And
those.
no, but this is a
Triggers me.
family, or this is a daughter in a family trying to do a dance, and her brother wants to join in, and so he's running from upstairs, and he tries to come downstairs, and he just slips down the stairs.
This was
So halfway through the dance,
post a memory that made you pee yourself. Oh man, he just comes in hot, dude.
I saw out the full video. The full video, you see him run in from upstairs and then come down, and then he's like, there are things like that. That like, TikTok does work when it kind of captures those like random moments. And like,
that's what I like. That's what I like.
Yeah.
I don't like people that try to like force comedy into stuff. You know, they're like sitting there on the couch and they're like, "Oh, tortillas, hurricanes, hurricane tortilla,
hurricane tortilla,
like, a tortilla." I'm like, dude, like you're actually trying to be funny and it's not working. Does this just let me go down after that? Oh, okay, good. Tap on the bubble wrap. You can thank me later. I'm kind of scared.
Don't do it because then you're gonna like the video.
Oh, it likes the video.
I don't actually know, but I know some TikToks have done that.
What? I'm scared, dude. I don't know what to do. Even the police are afraid of this.
Little boy named Eric wanted to go swimming. Eric was only 12, but he had a forest for a backyard. And in that backyard, there was a huge lake. But this lake was infested with sharks and leeches. Eric didn't know and still wanted to go swimming, so he went swimming by himself. Then when entering the pool, there was actually a swamp monster, a swamp killer who was waiting for Eric to enter the pool. Then when Eric entered, he was drowned to death and his body was never found. This is why you should never swim by yourself. So in 2014...
Dude, there are some of these that like they'll tell urban myths.
Yeah,
they're like pretty intense and pretty interesting. I'm gonna go through TikTok as well and like send you ones from like my specific For You page.
That sounds good because we need some good TikTok. We don't need
like this. Who's your favorite? Like, do you have a list of favorite TikTokers?
I have. There are a ton that I follow.
What do we call them? Do we call them talkers? Do we call them TikTokers?
TikTokers is what they call them. I don't know. Just because I like it doesn't mean I necessarily support what like giving these guys some. I don't know. TikTokers in themselves are already like people who annoy me.
Ooh,
they're a special brand.
Yeah.
Ooh, she air frying Oreos.
Was
that a little puff pastry and some powdered sugar? Ooh.
Yeah.
That's good. Follow me for more recipes.
Why is that dude like mad though?
He's reacting. A lot of people would like duet videos to react, and
the way she yelling at me. That's weird. He looks upset. That looks really good, and then it's kind of a cool way to use an air fryer. I'm for it. I think that's one of the things y'all were saying was that like you like the things you can learn from, like the little tips and stuff, and I'm like totally for that. I'm just not like into like the forced humor thing.
I know there's like a chef guy who like makes food, but he does it in like a really like the commentary that he does is funny.
Right.
But I don't know like his name or anything like that.
Again, I'm not gonna.
Dude, don't touch it.
I'm not gonna touch it, dude.
It is.
Oh, there he is again. Okay, so it basically just goes back through the same feed. After that, I'm gonna.
Okay, this one that I'm sending you, it curses. But it's hilarious. It's a video, and then this guy duet it, and he reacted to the video. But this one you need to play audio for to get it.
And do you guys remember that song TikTok? It was spelled the exact same way, and it was by Kesha.
I was about to say
TikTok on the dot something 12 o'clock.
That's where they got the name for the app. From is her song.
Are you serious? For real?
No, I'm not.
No, that's why I was like, what?
No.
All right, so
you ain't got nobody.
What's she saying?
You might want to start it over.
All right, don't listen. Don't listen.
But basically, it's just a prank. Some people will do pranks, and the mom on the right is fake being like she's gonna go take her daughter, I think, to help her fight someone. But it's a prank. They're not actually gonna go fight anybody.
Wait, is she bloody already?
It's like makeup.
Oh,
it's a complete prank. People's reactions are the best, dude.
Oh, okay.
Look right here.
What you think they're gonna do to me? I'm smaller than you. You go get somebody bigger than me. I know for a fact you're sitting over there crying, bro.
Dang, she called her out. She's like, "You're not gonna do this with me."
You didn't grab. We ain't got nobody with us. We ain't got nobody.
Dang.
Why do I feel like
Is that her daughter? So if you're not watching this with us on YouTube, you have no idea.
What are you crying? You really crying, bro?
Oh my gosh, dude, that's messed up. That's a good prank though.
Dude, I watched this
whenever she goes back.
Today I was on TikTok a lot, just like, yeah.
That's my favorite part.
Today I was on TikTok a lot just to like make sure I like the videos that you guys would like. Or like at least like the ones that I think you would, just so we can have them to share. Yeah. I do have a few that I want to shit on as well, but I'll post those a little bit later whenever you guys are
100% that would be me. I'd be like, there ain't nobody else with us.
Dude, like tell them to pull over or something, bro. Like she did not want to be there.
No.
Okay, this one looked kind of funny.
No.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
And they put like the voice, the pitch raiser or whatever.
Well, okay, so with TikTok, there are specific like audios that people will use, and people can reuse the audio and just add it onto their video. So they'll record their video, or add in the new audio, and then make their video. So this audio is actually of an actual child like gagging.
Ew.
That's weird. Yeah, that's funny. That's not forced stuff, you know. That's just her reacting to real life, which is very funny.
Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura have a podcast.
Oh,
watch this. Turn on the volume for this one.
Wanna dance, but she don't know how to. Ooh, I'm iced out. Ooh, looking like a star. Ooh, her name is Jenny. Ooh, bitch don't have no panties. Ooh, I'm Steph Curry. When I hit the damn your.
I see. I don't like that one. I don't like it. It's just dumb.
Look at
what are they doing? They're just at home and like, hey, you want to do a video? You can dress up.
Look at the one I just sent you. Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura. They have a podcast called Two Bears, One Cave.
Ew.
And they're two comedians. They have a podcast called Two Bears, One Cave. And Bert Kreischer was telling a story about how he made a bet that someone would flip a coin 5 times in a row and get the same thing. And so this is what it was on TikTok. This easily could have been on YouTube, but it's still pretty funny.
Oh, I know that guy.
Yeah. And I went, what? And he goes, bet me, flip the coin 5 times.
Comedian,
I'll call it 5 times. And I went, okay. And he goes, how much do you want to bet? And I said, I'll bet you $100. He goes, I'll take that bet. And then I went, hold on, you're willing to bet me $100? I go, you can't do that. And he goes, I'm telling you I can. And he goes, anyone else want a piece of this? And everyone starts getting like on his side. They start going, I bet he can call it. Tom, he called 4 of them in a row. And I was sitting there on the last one going, can you really do this? And he was like, yeah, I told you I could do this. And on the last one, he missed it. And he goes, God, I almost had it. And I look at him and I go, wait, you can't do this? And he goes, of course I can't fucking do this. And he looked at me and he goes, but you believed I could.
Right.
I can call coin toss. Like, if you call it toss coin, I'll call.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's 50.
Yeah, it's a 50-50.
Yeah, no. The whole point was that Bert just believed it for no reason.
Yeah,
everybody just hyped him up. But Bert is a funny comedian. So is Tom Segura. Yeah. So definitely check their podcast out. Even though
Tom
the name
Segura, that's the guy's name. I recognized him. I recognized his like Netflix specials and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, that's. That was like me and Elijah when we play beer pong and stuff. We would just believe and it would happen and we would win. You know, it's just believing's half the. What?
Yo, wanna get ready to go? I've been over. I make a nil. Stand on my money like my name's Shaquille.
Yeah, there's some dumb ones, dude. I don't get it. Oh, this is hilarious. Yes.
Yoga? Oh, jeez. Let's see that. Oh, gosh. That's that hot yoga.
There's like a
The
trend
hit
that
yoga.
was going on that like girls would they would get their husband or significant other and they'd be like, this is a new like yoga pose. And they would put their legs on top of their shoulder and they would just bring their head into their butt and do it repeatedly.
Oh my gosh. I don't get that. I'm like, I'm surprised we're not seeing some crazier stuff. I'm surprised we're not seeing like thirst traps and stuff like that.
So what I wanted to like talk to you guys earlier, because this is like the biggest hesitation I think that I've gotten from you guys is that you don't like the fact that, you know, there are all those thirst traps or like people just like seem like they are doing it for attention or anything. And I completely agree, but I do want to give kudos to TikTok in the sense that like they do have a nice algorithm to where like the things that'll come up on your For You page, like this is a page based on you. And so anything that you like, it'll reflect it and it'll show videos that you like. So if you like a bunch of dog videos, the videos that are going to come up on your newsfeed are mostly dog videos or like the big time, like the Addison Rays and the Charlie D'Amelio's, like those, they'll come up, but also you'll get mostly dog videos.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So that's good.
So it's not like so bad. And this is probably like you're not logged in. So it's just like kind of just general ones. So it'll be like all over the place. You don't really know what you're going to get. But that's probably where like the biggest kudos I give to TikTok. Yeah. See, it's like super dumb things. Like
is
that.
it like, what is this? What is this?
Is that a chin?
I guess it's like bumps on our chin. That's
Is it
I'm,
pimple?
you know, sorry about not being fluent in.
Was it like cleft chin or something?
That is not a cleft chin, dude.
I don't know. Somebody fill us in on that. Jeez, that was awkward. I was like, oh, speaking of which, okay, now it's getting weird. All right. What?
Yeah.
Right, your age.
Oh yeah. See, these are the
1
ones.
year old.
Oh,
No. So some of these, like mostly the girls, they'll get like the "How old are you?" in their comments because some people don't look their age. People just don't look their age on TikTok.
I've seen that one. That one's kind of dumb.
Well, I heard this dude.
Yeah.
Miracle.
The one I just sent you is about the LA Rams.
Oh,
And
gotcha.
it's a little TikTok about them at training camp. I did it because I figured Elijah would like this one. It's pretty funny because what's his face? Sean McVay is in it.
Yeah.
Briefly, and then Aaron Donald is in it. Oh man, it's hilarious.
The Rams and the Chargers are both on the Hard Knocks this season.
I hope it still happens, dude. I love Hard Knocks.
Yeah, no, it is happening.
Oh, it is?
I'm working hard in the studio right now, people. I'm getting TikToks going. I'm getting all kinds of things going. Can't what?
Wait, can you? I can't hear it.
I can't hear it.
Oh, you can't hear it?
Nah. Training camp drama.
Something about the porter potties. Let me see if I can bring that
Oh
back.
no. Ew.
Something about don't take a poop in the porter potties.
Yeah, so there's like this rule on training camp.
Somebody I know it for the hard.
You can hear it now?
Yeah.
The building. So now I gotta go inside. To get it fine.
You're getting fined? If you poop in the building?
Don't take a in the porta potties. All right. I grew up.
Somebody in the porta potty. Somebody a part of the Hard Knocks crew in the porta potty.
Wait, what?
Somebody in the porta potty. I know it for the
That's
Hard
the
Knocks.
stretch to get your digestive system going anyway. I mean, what are they supposed to do?
So there's like this unwritten rule with football is like they'll take porta potties out to the fields because they don't want you to have to run all the way in so you can go use the restroom. But the only thing is you don't take a shit in it, obviously.
Yeah.
For the fact that everybody has to use it.
It reminds me of we were at Warped Tour.
Warped Tour.
Oh no, dude.
The last time we were there, and I went to go in, and there was some vile stuff in there, man. I'm pretty sure that they weren't bodily fluids.
We did it like later on in the day too. So
Yeah,
it
we
had
did it
time
like
to like stew, you know.
Yeah. Oh, it was bad. Porta potties they're just bad.
I mean, they're kind of necessary, like for a moment, but
It's a
try not to
necessary
spend too much. Yeah, try not to spend too much time in there. So, Elijah, why do you think TikTok should be banned? I don't even know like the whole story behind its
The
ban.
story that I have is India, which already hates the Chinese. If you look at their national history, they already hate the Chinese.
What the
You know,
what's wrong?
and what TikTok is it was invented in China by this huge tech conglomerate, and of course China is this horribly oppressive communist regime. And so what TikTok does, basically, it's like Facebook. It takes all of your data, like your metadata, but for TikTok, it records everything. Whereas like Facebook and stuff under the Patriot Act, it kind of just gets stored and it's just metadata. Right. Like this one, like stores everything, like your age, like what exactly you're looking at, for how long are you looking at it, like really specific stuff about yourself. And they're using the cameras to like open up and like look at people and stuff to like create like a database of people. And so India banned it for that reason. And then the EU also banned it as well. I think there's talks like Russia's going to ban it.
Mm-hmm. So it's like a data thing. It's like
exactly
they're stealing our data and our info and stuff.
Yeah, but it's not even that they're like stealing our data, but they're like looking at your face and they're putting your face characteristics in a database in China.
We're so forthcoming with our stuff nowadays too. We're just posting all the stuff that we like every living moment that we can think of.
And
like,
some of these, some of these
pants on. Great.
Some of these TikTok videos are pretty personal too. Like some people will go into like their life, or like because they're just like Vine. This can only be like so long. They'll even like do a brief description of like the life that they've lived, or like things that they've dealt with in real life. So I mean, I kind of do understand where the ban is coming from, and I definitely think that's something to take into account, especially if we're a country that would like to keep all the information that we have as a whole within our own country rather than being distributed. Then yes, that does make sense. See,
this girl's just what the heck? Oh my!
You can see the hand like take it off in the background too. That was so bad. That was so bad.
But
is this a challenge, dude? Is this like a thing? Like wiping the thing and then making it look like
yes. So people what they would do is they would they would do a costume change and be like it was a trend for a while. Some of these trends are a little outdated.
Very trend, but like happier.
Yeah.
But I think that we should definitely take an international stand, because most other countries have already banned TikTok. So I don't know why people in the US are getting all pissy about they shouldn't ban it. Yeah, you should freaking ban it.
Yeah, no. I'm questioning that too, but it's obviously because at that point, if they're complaining, it's because they have a large following on TikTok.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And obviously, because some of these people are getting sponsorships, like Addison Rae, who has like 55 million followers, is getting money for TikTok. It's gotten to the point where they even have houses in California that are built for these TikTok like creators.
Yeah, no,
they'll bring in a group, and so I think that's mostly why they're complaining, is because of the fact that like if they get rid of it, how am I going to get paid, or how am I going to make money? Well, first off, get a real job. Like
exactly.
Skill set.
I say that as
get a better skill set.
A podcast.
Get a better skill set. Like 90% of humans do whenever their job goes away. Like, geez, that's what I kind of think about.
That's the main controversy of TikTok, is that it's the Chinese in particular that are doing this, and that they're also using TikTok to track like a really good cases in Hong Kong. Oh my god. Why? Anyways. They're using TikTok as a location tracker, which I mean you can already do that with like Google GPS and all that stuff. But they're using TikTok in particular because the government owns TikTok.
That
all right, see, anything with a dog is pretty pretty dang
It's pretty
good.
dang good.
I love
Beware
it,
of
man.
dog.
Look at
This
that.
is Chihuahua just chilling.
Look at him, man.
That is the most calm Chihuahua I've ever seen
Beware.
in my life.
Beware, dude. That's a good one.
It's coming.
See,
for you. That's coming for you,
if
girl.
TikTok was like 50% that, I'd be all right.
Yeah.
I'd be all
I
right.
also just think the content overall on TikTok is it's trash.
I mean, yeah, it can be. It can
Why
be.
did you do
Like
that?
this is how you can tell it's trash. It's because the pranksters and the pranking stuff has invaded TikTok. Like it was a cool trend on YouTube back in like 2014, and then it died out, and now they're just invading TikTok. Like you can just track its downfall.
Oh, here we go. I caught my dog chewing on furniture, so I put him in timeout, and he frowned so hard he looked like he was gonna cry.
Oh no!
Dang, yes.
Oh, let me. I have this one of a dog, and this dog they've trained this dog to be the smartest thing in the world.
Look at him.
But if like Microsoft ends up buying TikTok, which is the rumor, I would be fine with. And more power to you if you can get sponsorships and become a TikTok creator.
Yeah.
Within like America, while an American company has the platform, like that's fine. Like I mean, I am no justice. I mean, I have nothing against it. I just don't think that the whole the fact that it's China owned, that does hinder its ability to be seen as a good thing for us.
Yeah, because I think the whole data collection argument it's not as strong as it could be, because I mean every social media has this sort of metadata consolidation. The Patriot Act allows for all of it illegally and unconstitutionally.
Yeah.
And like even if you're using like Google Maps, like it tracks you, and plus it has like Snapchat, for example, like you have to have it to allow you so that they can look at your camera and thus look at you, or else you can't use the app at all.
Yeah.
And so that's why I think the data collection argument is kind of weak. But because it's China and how they're using the data,
right,
is what to me warrants the ban, as compared to most things. They usually just take the metadata, like, oh, this guy follows a lot of corgi pages. We'll sell that to Petco, and Petco can send me an ad about dog food for corgis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not like that in China. Like they're storing it, they're building a profile of you, so that whenever we go to war,
they'll know where exactly we are in our shopping trip.
Yeah, or like how they use it for Hong Kong protesting. Like they use it to track Hong Kong protesters, get their locations, and then they send in SWAT teams and then just take them.
I had no idea that's how they did that. Holy crap, that's crazy.
Yeah. And when people like France and Germany, the UK, India, if these countries are like, no, this is terrible, we're not going to support it. Like, I think the US should follow suit.
Yeah,
100%.
Right. No, that's a fair case. I totally agree with that case. And I do think TikTok is becoming the new Vine, and Vine for me, like it's the same thing. Vine for me is better when it's organic, videos of just random stuff happening. I don't like seeing some choreographed, scripted, like really not funny people. Like the people that come to mind are that King Bach dude and Amanda Cerny or whatever.
Oh God, she's taking a downfall. Ooh.
King Batch. He's actually one of my favorite Vine people, and also TikTok stars. He doesn't post as much. He's kind of taken like a downfall there. Amanda Cerny's stuff has not got. To go off of Amanda Cerny, because King Batch has like made his way into like TV shows and movies now and things, so he doesn't really do like the smaller platform stuff, if you will. But with Amanda Cerny now, all of them are taking their following from Vine, bringing it to TikTok, and now they're thinking that they can stream, like go into like Twitch streaming.
stares at her phone and doesn't talk for like 15 minutes.
Let me tell you, there was this point to where she was she expected people to pay, like have a Patreon for herself, and she expected people to pay and donate and things like that. And that just wasn't happening. And she came out, made a video or something like that, insulting people, saying like, "There's no reason why can't you pay? Like, are you that like broke?" And then she took an even bigger hit because of that, and people just stopped watching her. Like I don't really like watching her videos. I'm not a huge fan anymore because I think she just, I don't know. I didn't think she was that funny. Like, I agree with Daniel. She's not very. It's not like organic comedy. It's very staged.
Yeah, I have a very strong view on like the Viners, like in a comedy sense, because I think it's really easy to come up with like 6-second videos or however long TikTok allows you to do that, extremely edited. Like you're editing each second of the video and you're putting it up there, and it can be funny for like 2 seconds. And these Viners or TikTokers, they go out into like actual media and stuff, like the King. Did you say King Botch or Bot?
King
Batch. Yeah. So he goes out and he does DoorDash commercials now or something like that.
Yeah,
those commercials are trash. They like it's so poorly written and it's so like not funny at all.
Commercials for what?
We could do a completely different episode on commercials, because that's a strong opinion I have, is that commercials have just been terrible in the past like 3 years now.
I love
that's a whole different episode.
I love commercials when they're freaking awesome, and I'll call them out when they're awesome. I'll call them out when they're horrible, because that's just what I do.
Mountain Dew episode and our Super Bowl episodes. Go check those out because we talked about commercials.
Seamless
and Mountain Dew always produces quality content. Mountain Dew should get a TikTok. I'll follow that.
That's
true. I think they do, actually.
Oh my god.
Dude, let's pull that up. That's probably the best thing about TikTok.
Bet.
but they don't translate well to other media formats, and I think that goes both ways. Like Brie Larson, like she's been in like a ton of great movies. She's Captain Marvel. I don't know about that movie, but she does a lot of great roles as an actress, and now she's doing this YouTube channel because Hollywood sucks right now.
Yeah.
And her YouTube is plummeting. Like it's garbage. Like there's no content there.
Garbage, because she already. It's going to be easy for a celebrity to be on YouTube, which is why I think YouTube is taking a turn for the worst. Right. Is because like Jimmy Kimmel and like the late night people put up their skits and stuff, and I'm not seeing. It's harder to find the niche organic stuff anymore on YouTube. It's all these production based stuff, like the Brie Larson channel. Like I'm not interested in your daily life, Brie Larson. Your vlogs are bad.
They're pretty bad.
Your interviews are bad.
Yeah, I do believe that people who started on YouTube are a lot better at creating content than people who started on other platforms and made their way to YouTube.
Yeah,
and Brie Larson, for instance, like some of these TikTokers now have their like own YouTube page. Some Viners, we know a lot of Viners that have their own YouTube page. Gabby Hanna, who's huge on Vine, I didn't really like her on Vine. I
actually liked her some of her content on Vine, like her summer camp emo kid skits. Like those.
I thought she forced it way too much.
That's the thing. Even some YouTubers, and that's another little transition from YouTube media to late night TV or things like. You've seen that too. There are certain YouTubers that get a following and they make it big and they do other things, but it just doesn't work out as well. And I think that it's because YouTube, Vine, TikTok are highly editable. Like you can just edit the crap out of them. They don't even have like segments where they have a full sentence or a full conversation played out for 1 minute. You always see like the cut from one thought to the other thought to the other thought, and you're just like, do they even know like what they're talking about type of thing?
It keeps their like ADHD in us, in our attention spans.
Exactly. I mean, and that's what it's tailored for.
It to that, where it's a hit.
And oddly enough, it does work a bit. And I mean, kudos to them for making it work. But still, at the same time, the comedy, I'm gonna go ahead and say like TikTok and Vine and YouTube comedians don't necessarily. I think they're worse than like a normal like typical stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that they're like, because that's what I always compare it to. Like comedy is comedy across the board, but who does it better? These guys, like the TikTok YouTubers, those social media comedians are always trying to make it like forced, trying to make it super staged. They go one thought to another. The reason why like stand-up comedians and other comedians will always like be better at providing funny content is because they're witty and it just happens organic. Like it happens in conversation. Like Bert Kreischer and the Tom Segura that we just watched on TikTok.
Yeah.
That was just a natural story.
Yeah, that looked like straight off a podcast.
Story. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that was awesome.
The thing is, like, these are like they aren't forcing it, and that's like I get that we need to. They want to create content, they want to be funny, but like be relatable too, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of like because I do watch Jim Gaffigan's YouTube where he has like a vlog thing, and it's good, it's funny, but like I can tell like that's not like his number one thing. You know, like he's still a stand-up comedian, and him and his wife did like a TV show for a little bit, and you know, but like there is like this sort of trend of YouTubers that go into other media and they fail because it's not YouTube. You're not catering to like most of these channels are maybe catering to like 1 million people. That's not going to draw numbers in for a late night show. A girl named Lily Synth recently did this. She's a horrible person. And she replaced, I forgot which comedian or like which late night show, but she was canceled in like a month because she's horrible.
Yeah.
You know, and then she's trying to get back into YouTube again, and she has to rebuild that audience that she lost. And it's kind of the same thing with like in reverse of, you know, Hollywood or like typical media types that come onto YouTube. Like it's just, it's not content that I want to see or nor care to see. And like I think that's what bothers me most about TikTok is that like I see it like Vine. It's like a real niche thing, a real niche skit. You got 14 seconds or whatever to make it happen. But like 99% of it I end up just watching or just some thought dancing to some music video. And like
they're repetitive too, dude. It is also that it's like
there's nothing original like I'm gonna throw a really old one like Equal 3 or whatever that guy was. There's nothing organic like that on TikTok in my opinion.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like going back to like Jim Gaffigan stuff, like I like his YouTube because it pulls videos, they're clips from his stand-up, you know? Like they're things that happen live. There are things that happen like the videos that I like on YouTube or things like this that they happen in an organic setting. They happen on podcasts or on stream or something like that, and it's just edited into a video. I think it works better that way. I mean, take it from us three boys here doing a live stream. We don't, unscripted, unedited. We're gonna get into
creators.
I mean, the OG. No, I'm just kidding. But
wait, the live sign didn't come up.
What's up?
I said, wait, the live sign didn't come up.
Yeah. So I want to ask you guys a question if you think that TikTok is addicting. But first, if you are enjoying this podcast, let us know by following us wherever you listen to your podcasts. We are now available on YouTube, of course, in our YouTube glory. And sharing our content is much appreciated. Thank you so much for subscribing and listening to the Thought Arcade. But I wanted to ask you guys, is TikTok addicting? Like Vine was kind of addicting. Me and Elijah used to watch Vine compilations on YouTube.
Oh yeah. And they were like the good Vine compilations that had stuff like the Chihuahua that hacks up a meatball.
Bro, Elijah talks about that one all the time.
Because that's probably my favorite clip of all eternity of all media ever is that Chihuahua choking on that meatball, cacking it up. It's so gross.
It's
the
classic.
meatball's the size of his head, first off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then the second one that I remember is this guy like scares his brother or something, and he's turning around a corner, but he has a plate of food, and he screams, and he's like, "Stop! You want to drop my croissant?"
Oh yeah.
They brought that to TikTok.
See, that's kind of like the prank realm, but
Yeah.
you know,
It's
some of them are like slap cam and all this stuff, and I'm like, dude, why are you hanging out with somebody who physically assaults you, bro?
Or like the guy that like he tries to get his roommate to quit smoking, and so he constantly carries scissors and like cuts his cigarettes. Like
There's
one day he's gonna
oh.
stab him.
There's
Yeah,
that one.
yeah,
I
you're
think
gonna
it
get
was
fucked.
like Tyrone. He was
Tyrone,
a big dude,
yeah.
and he would walk around, and if he saw you smoking, he would slap it out of your hand. But you couldn't do anything about it because this dude is like 6'5", 400 pounds of just pure muscle. Yeah. So once he slapped the cigarette out of your hand, you're just like, okay, I'll stop smoking.
I think I saw him like walk into a KFC or something, and he's like training somebody. It's like one of his clients, and he's like, "I see you," and he like slaps his like food out of the dude's hand. I was like, "Oh my god!"
This dude does that to people like in the hood too. He's gonna get killed. I thought he was gonna get hurt, man. Like people try to go after him, but even then, I don't know how scripted that is. Maybe he asked them beforehand.
Well,
like,
it
can I
turns
slap
out
it?
Like some of that stuff was like the.
Yeah,
if y'all remember Fozzie Tube, this like he did all those pranks, and he like jumped on the prank bandwagon for YouTube all those years ago.
Yeah.
He came out a couple years later, like 2018. I think. And he said, yeah, all of that stuff was scripted. Like there was no prank happening.
See, that's why I can tell which ones are not scripted. And those are like gold. Like chicken. Chihuahua throwing up a meatball. I don't know why I said chicken. I think I'm just hungry again. Throwing up a meatball, that's like not scripted, dude. And you caught that on camera. Like you captured something that Nat Geo could not capture, you know?
I wish it was kind of like AFV, like America's Funniest Home Videos.
Oh, that's exactly what they're trying to do.
That's kind of how I treat, that's how I treat Vine or treated Vine.
Wow.
And I guess that's kind of like what I want to see on TikTok, I guess, are like the fail video type stuff. Because I'll never get over fails, even though that's like a 2010 trend.
Hey,
but
man. Fail Army still going strong.
Oh, they are. They're on Snapchat now, where they just do fails they're live 24/7 on Snapchat and on Twitch.
Way to go, dude. I mean, we need more fails in this life.
I know.
Yeah. TikTok has some fails. They have quite a bit. I sent one over just now, but
oh, sweet.
I do think TikTok can be addicting, and also to go off of what Daniel says, we will be on TikTok pretty soon. Also, anyways, another topic of conversation. It can be addicting, yes. It just depends on the videos you're watching.
Exactly. Like I think like in your case, Chris, I think like because you we have similar taste in content.
Yeah,
and like you shared like that Trevor Wallace one.
Oh, bro, that's petty.
like that's funny, you know, and that's where I can see it becoming. Oh my god,
they're playing soccer with a bowling ball.
Oh, they're playing soccer with a bowling ball?
Yeah, that's a bowling ball.
Oh, I thought it was a soccer ball.
No, it's a bowling ball.
Does it say this? Oh, okay, it does say this. Oh my
god.
What in the world, dude? Oh, the ACL, the MCL, all of the CL things that are there.
It's amputated at that point, like it's done.
See, I don't like that, dude. I don't like when I have to think like about somebody's well-being afterwards, you know? Like the fail ones are kind of funny. That one, I'm just like, why would that person actually intend to ruin that dude's life? It looks like they play soccer. It looks like they play soccer pretty regularly. Why would you throw a bowling ball at his knee?
I think
you're a jerk, dude. I'm never playing soccer with that guy ever again, you know?
Like I was saying earlier, it just goes off of like the algorithm. If you select a bunch of videos that you know you will like, then TikTok will be will be your favorite because
Like,
it'll be a bunch of videos. Like Elijah, it'll be a bunch of like dog videos like this,
or like that Gordon Ramsay. I'm gonna look at the Gordon Ramsay video.
Dude, I'll try.
I love when he.
I'll try to find some and I'll text them to you later. But like those,
if you follow him on Twitter, it's hilarious, bro, because he roasts people that send him food. They're like, "Hey, check out my beef Wellington," and he's like, "It's dry as get it out of here."
Those
are
like good.
Very rarely, like he'll be like, "That actually looks like a good poached egg," and like it shocked people.
Oh, are these kind of like commands all on these bumper thingies?
Yeah.
This was a really cool one because she like trained her dog on what to say. Now this is her dog reacting to her.
Oh, buddy, I know you want to go see Blair. He's at college.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he knows what to press. So he presses go at first, and then he presses Blair, which is her son's name.
Ready to go.
I think I've seen some like that.
Like, go see Blair. What?
Like they tap on like food whenever they're hungry, or like play.
Yeah,
like clicked on play, went and brought like its chew toy and like gave it to the girl and like click play again.
There's another one of that same dog, and the dog walked up to it and pressed the outside because it wanted to go outside, but the mom knew she's like, you're not going outside and getting the lizard. And then the dog walked over and pressed the lizard one and then said outside. So like the dog was being honest. The dog's like, yeah, I want to go outside and get that lizard.
Dogs are cool.
But yeah, it depends on your For You page, to be honest. Like there are some guys that I would imagine, and I know for a fact that like have nothing but these, but girls on their For You page.
Yeah.
Some have like this type of stuff where to see who can drink a water bottle faster,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's impressive.
That's crazy.
Dude, some are even like
Mark Zuckerberg? Okay.
Some are even like cooking hacks. And not even like life hacks, just like an easier way to cook things.
Yeah.
Or like even if you didn't know how to cook, like some of these videos are great for people who don't know how to cook.
Why is he throwing money?
See, he was like, "Hey, film me doing stuff." How much do you think this is on? I guess on a deeper level, like how much do you think is just?
I thought you were going to ask how much he was throwing.
Oh no! It looked like a couple dollars.
1,
2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's just a few dollars. It looks like. So, how much do you think on a deeper level is this kind of just like people's reliance on social media, or like the reliance on social media affirmations and things like that? Because I can't see myself, and this is why I got out of like Facebook and stuff like that. I can't stand being on all this the whole time.
Yeah,
and I just can't imagine making videos like this all the time. It's just like, or even just watching them all the time.
Yeah,
So I tried for a week to not get on Facebook, and I did kind of successful. Like I would find myself opening the app like subconsciously and then closing it. But then like I found a loophole, like Google has like a stories page that you can just scroll.
Okay.
So
I
would do that, and
yeah, fair enough.
I think it's a battle for me because like I've tailored my Facebook to like basically like my hobbies and like a couple things. That's cool.
That was Will Smith.
But
okay. Jason
but
Berger.
that's about it. Like I realized that I spend too much time on Facebook and I need to stop.
Yeah.
I feel like these people just like they rely on this so much, like I don't know. I mean, our parents didn't have stuff like this,
Not at all.
like, and we're so sucked into social media and stuff lately. And I mean, of course we're a podcast, so I understand, a bunch of hypocrites, make podcasts.
Well, we're doing it for
like we're not like needing people's
scrolling for hours.
Yeah, like we don't. I don't know. I just feel like there's a difference of like, I don't know, like needing to put these videos out, like needing the views and needing all this, and then like the people that get upset that it's getting banned type of thing. Like go find yourself some, like, do you not have other things to do? Like other stuff.
I'm not saying this is wrong. I I want to say is that like our generations, they are getting a lot more dependent on the word from social media. They are getting more dependent on like hearing things. So I agree with that. And I'm not saying some of it can be good, some of it can be bad. Like if you want to read only the good comments, then by all means, let those make you feel good. But if you're going to read nothing but the bad comments and let that take a toll on your mentality, then like what's the whole point of it? You know?
Yeah. I agree with that. I mean, not all of it's bad. But I think you're right that there is like this dependence that I'm like, that's what I don't like getting sucked into, because I feel that dependence automatically to just keep scrolling, and then like, oh, I need to create content and I need people to like this picture, and I like, oh, look at this dinner I have, like people need to see it, you know. And it's like we're living in that kind of world now, and it's just kind of like, will we ever get out of that, you know? Like I don't know if we can ever turn back.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a little like honest here, a little like real for a minute.
Real, bro.
Like for me personally, whenever I see other people going through similar issues, you know, anxiety, depression, you know, stress, and all these other things, you know, feeling this just emptiness, and we've all been there here or there at some point.
Yeah.
But being on TikTok, and some people will post videos like that, and when I see stuff like that, it's almost reassuring. You know, it's almost like you're not alone. You know, you do have other people that are supporting you. Like you may not comment on these videos, you may like it, you may share it, you may not, whatever, it's up to you. But you know, when I scroll, sometimes I do spend like a few hours there. I'm at fault for that. But when I see videos like that, it's just it does make me feel a little bit better whenever I'm like going through a rough day.
Yeah.
I understand that can be an outlet.
I think that there's a difference between using social media for something like that, and then you're up at 2:30 in the morning watching those Indian guys build a swimming pool.
Okay, in all fairness, that is actually really interesting how they do it.
Why? Why is I know I watched it too. I'm flabbergasted by these guys.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not 2:30 in the morning worthy. It's not 2:30. It's like maybe 3 p.m. on a Saturday worthy, not 2:30 in the morning worthy.
Yeah, but for me, like the main reason why I pushed like Facebook is because I follow miniature painters, and stuff like that to like learn, to get inspired, to better my craft. And then I also follow like some history pages, some that I don't agree with, but I want to know what they think about a topic. Some that I do like and that I read, and they post articles and stuff like that. And it's just it depends on the mentality that you're using social media for.
Yeah.
And I do think that there are some pros for social media, but I do think that there's a lot of cons. And I think TikTok is more cons than there are pros.
Yeah. That's where I'm leaning too. I just I understand watching YouTube or TikTok to kind of just like relieve something out of the day, or something like that. Like just kind of relax or something like that. But I wouldn't find any sort of it wouldn't be my muse or anything. I feel so detached from reality when I get sucked up into YouTube too long or TikTok and things like that. I can imagine being one of some of these content creator type things. I mean, we're just doing the podcast and whatever that could go wherever. We like to do it because we like to do it. We like to conversate and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not. I mean, we all have different things going on. I wouldn't be sucked into it so much to where I wouldn't have a kind of a purpose outside. And I think that that's something that maybe our kids will have to deal with, even us growing up, it was weird to not have a cell phone when you were 10, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was kind of this pressure already because all the other kids have access to the, Facebook and MySpace and all this stuff. It's why don't you have a Facebook? It's
shout out to MySpace.
Yeah, MySpace, shout out.
So Tom living off, retired on some island.
Tom,
he really is, though. He really is.
See, Tom got out the game early because he was like, you know what? I created a monster. And he's like,
he was like,
he got out of it because Chris Hemsworth was on MySpace. He's like, oh, shit. shit. And then he sold off to Facebook and or to Justin Timberlake or whatever.
Timberlake, yeah.
Got $230 million out of it, and it's like, okay, guys.
It's just a weird social media age, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, and going back to what Chris kind of said about, you know, people's psyches and being, you know, up and down and things like that. Like, we have a time where, you know, like adolescent, like suicide stuff is like higher than it's ever been ever. And I don't want to say it's maybe because of social media, like the social media age, but there's a lot of pressure that comes along with that. Everybody has their Facebook and Snapchat, and like they're sharing every freaking moment of their life in one mix up, and you're like getting bullied and
they want to put like their best life, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't want to put like 99% of them work a 9-to-5 job. They just want to put like, oh, I went to the Maldives today. Oh, I went and fed sharks in the Pacific.
Yeah, and like I'm glad we started the podcast when we did, because I don't feel like a pressure that I'm going to say something like super outlandish and wrong, and like people are going to come after me with pitchforks and stuff.
They
like
might.
I guess, well, yeah, that's very true. That could still happen. But like, you know, like I don't have that kind of pressure on me. Like I'm not paranoid about it. You know, I'm not like, oh gosh, my life's over if, you know, I don't know.
It's interesting.
Maybe I'm thinking too much into it, but.
Well, no. I kind of get what you're saying. It's interesting because we're coming up at an age where like all this social media is the way. So social media is always the in. Like, what's the new social media trend? What app are we jumping on next? But at the same time, we're also growing in an age to where like mental awareness is also becoming a lot bigger, a lot huger. People are becoming a lot more aware in the whole mental health of
affecting
people.
More people now than ever.
Yeah. But it's funny to see how like we're trying to like bring up everybody's mental health while, you know, we do it face to face, but on the internet, you know, you have trolls. Like that's also another thing. You have trolls to bring it down. You know, it's
not enough.
Like everything is so like just connected.
Correlation or causation.
Time in a Call of Duty 2 chat room on Xbox.
Yeah, there's nothing compares to that.
But
nothing compares to the Modern Warfare 2.
To Chris's
Halo,
or a Halo chat.
Yeah, got kind of toxic on that one too.
To Chris's point about growing up, like I think because we were sort of the last generation to have, like the generation prior to us, like they went through, you know, having a TV or having a car for the first time ever, you know. And then our generation is going from, we didn't have the internet, we didn't have social media, to we're about, you know, 25 and we have all of these things, and then, you know, we're about to be in our 30s and now we have everything constantly just at our fingertips. It's a really weird and interesting transitional phase, because like I remember my grandfather talking about the first time he saw a light bulb. You know, like we're coming from seeing a light bulb to the internet within a span of 50 years. Like that's insane in terms of technological development. And we don't know how that affects us. We don't. Like we're a guinea generation.
Yeah.
We don't have flying cars. We don't have actual hoverboards.
Not they said it was supposed to be what, 2015 they were supposed to have that?
Yeah. They said flying cars by 2000, but they also said polar bears will die out, that
they said a lot
global
of
warming will kill us.
Whoever they is.
I didn't want to talk about those. I got
terrorists to blow us all up.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think there's like, I think you're right. I think that there's like a part of me that really enjoys having the internet. Like we have access to all of the world's information spanning across like entire histories and stuff, like at our fingertips. And that's incredible, dude. Like, wow. Why that's crazy to be able to like think that. But then you're like, man, and you hear this from, you know, every generation. You're just like, man, the 90s, man, those were some easier times. Just, you know,
oh my gosh, I like where you would have to ride your bike around the neighborhood, wait till you saw the power.
When you could ride your bike in the neighborhood.
Oh yeah, and you realize everybody was at that one house, so you know that's why you're hitting up. You wouldn't text anybody. You wouldn't call anybody. Dude, I got my phone when I was in 6th grade. After a year of having it, I forgot I had it because I didn't need it. Like, I just didn't need it. There was no need. I was constantly outside. I had all my friends that lived in the same neighborhood. I had my friends at school. Like, why would I need to talk? Like, it'd be weird because you'd go like weeks without talking to your friends and then get together and it's just like, yo. I mean, it's kind of like having friends now as an adult. Actually, now that I think about it. But
it's a weird shift. And I think that since we're sort of the first ones to come in and out of it, it's interesting to hear our experiences about it.
Yeah,
because like I have some younger family members where like all they know is technology. All they know is an iPad is in front of them. You know, but they still go out and they enjoy sports and they enjoy, you know, being outside and stuff like that. But I don't know. Like I kind of just view it how Charlie Strong viewed it and just say that it is the downfall of society. Because it's like how you said, like, we have all this technology and stuff like that, but we're using it for TikTok, you know, or we're using it to make a meme. You know, we're not trying to expand any sort of knowledge or anything. You know, like, yeah, it's cool we have all that, like Wikipedia and stuff like that at our disposal. I'm going to go look at memes.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
it's more of a luxury than anything, like in regards to like entertainment and stuff. Instead of like a resource. But
I mean, I have a tablet, and like 92% of it, I use it as a YouTube device, and then the other 8%, I use it as a Game Boy Advance emulator. You know, like again, we have all of this technology, but
we're gonna sooner or later. We're going to just transpose our podcast into cassette tape format and floppy disk. We're gonna go OG on it. We're gonna stop with all this social media stuff, man.
There was a guy that did a retro Apple TV, and he like got like an Apple TV or whatever, and then he put it through some sort of converter to put it through some sort of converter and put it on like. Put it through, like, you know, the red, white, and yellow cords to put in for the TV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he put it in through that.
Fair enough.
And he called it retro Apple
retro
TV, because that's what's going to happen.
Well, that's how it should be. We're gonna revert back. We're gonna sell our podcasts on VHS. Look out for that in the future.
Also, look out for the Thought Arcade TikTok account.
No. All right, so how many, Elijah?
I'm going to use my TikTok account, and I'm just going to say 1/3 of the Thought Arcade. And I'm going to put our link there.
Fair enough.
And I'm going to duet videos, and I'm going to be like, follow us here.
That's going to be funded by you.
I'm going to get people to come.
Elijah, how many snow globes are you giving TikTok?
I'm going to give it a 2 out of 7.
A 2 out of 7? Yeah.
Because
I thought there was 13 snow globes.
There are some good content. It's just
I don't even know the snow globe rating.
It's whatever you think it should be.
It was 13 from last time he did the snowball thing or snow globe thing. So that's what I. But just change it up on me, and that's great.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Come on, Elijah. It's 13.
No, I'm gonna make it as inconsistent as possible, and then someone down the line will do the mathematic formulas for it.
You're driving me crazy.
It's 103 out of 6 snow globes.
103 out of 6. The math works. That's new math, right?
Exactly.
So got a couple stories for you guys, a couple updates in our realm. We just try to bring you some of the best updates of the week. Food, movies, music, culture, anything that's happening in our world. I have a couple things here, and I don't know if y'all saw this stuff, but it's crazy. Let me pull up my good old trusty screen here. Did y'all see this Beirut explosion, dude? This thing is crazy.
Crazy. I saw there's a bunch of different views from it, and
right,
that thing was not stored with fireworks.
Look at that. look at that thing. Like that's something you see off of a movie, like the shockwave and everything.
Yeah.
That had to be like some sort of like military grade explosive. That wasn't fireworks.
Well, they said it was ammonium nitrate.
Well, no. But with the fireworks,
yeah.
Well, they stored the fireworks near it, but the main explosion is the ammonium nitrate. I believe. Yeah. And Jay's the one that showed me all this stuff. He pulled up a bunch more incidents where ammonium nitrate is caught on film like this. It's just a thing that happens.
In the same location or like different locations, like different places. Like it's just like a common occurrence. Or like
there are some recorded like in history. Like there
I believe the world's largest explosion, like non-nuclear explosion, was it's called the Halifax explosion.
Right.
Off of Halifax. I think it was with ammonium nitrate, but it was with some sort of like artillery.
Yeah, there was a combination of things. On that one, we ended up watching that one too. So yeah, that happened in Beirut, I believe in Lebanon, and that was absolutely crazy, man. Like just watching that on film, like, and being these people too, they think that they're fine, just watching this little smoke happen, and then that thing happens, and you're just like, dude, you got to think like the world is over, like at that point, man. That's like, ooh, that is scary. And so that also brings us to this good old thing that happened recently.
A volcano?
Indonesia volcano erupted, and this thing is throwing ash everywhere. And this stuff just interests me, like the way that stuff looks. I mean, it's obviously horrible that it's happening, but it's like once in a whatever while that it happens.
Yeah. And isn't Indonesia is like a hotbed for volcanoes, right? No? Because it's like on like that Pacific Rim or whatever.
The Ring of Fire.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, dude. It is on the Ring of Fire. This one says that this volcano has been dormant for 400 years, but it just recently reawakened a decade ago.
Wow.
And so it's been doing its thing for a little bit, and it's been messing up some of the villages with ash and horrible, toxins and stuff like that. But it's just it's happening right now in the world. You don't even hear anything about it.
That is weird. Like you'd think you'd see something about like the ash and stuff, because that can dim the sun and stuff.
Oh yeah,
or, like,
exactly.
You can like travel like hundreds of thousands of miles, and the next thing you know, you're just breathing in a bunch of ash.
No, and that's exactly right.
About making sure TikTok isn't banned.
Yeah, that's true.
This is ridiculous.
That's why we put it in the updates, because we like to keep you informed.
Blasphemous. I don't know.
Well, into some better news here. We do have the Whataburger will roll out a roaming food truck.
And I wish it was coming in 2020, because I would 100% make sure this was at the wedding.
Oh, dude, dude. You gotta postpone the wedding, dude.
I know.
Just for this, dude.
I saw a thing that said that we should resend out our invites, but just put little masks and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whataburger going mobile, dude. Who would have thought, man?
Dude, I feel like they should have done it a little like in 2020. I feel like if there's any time to capitalize on this, it's like now. Like it would be like with Corona going on.
Well, P. Terry's has food trucks.
Yeah. Did it say why they're waiting until 2021 by any chance?
No.
It might be.
It's just the thing. I mean, their headquarters is in San Antonio, so they're kind of just they're doing their thing. Let's see, travel. Yeah, it's just maybe they'll travel out of state.
Get out, see what it'll be like.
Right.
Oh yeah, but that's something cool, like for catering or whatever. You could probably just order that. That'd be cool.
The food truck game is legit right now, and I mean, even in Corpus, they have big old.
They have a food truck fest, right?
Yeah, they have a fest, and they have those markets, those farmers markets or whatever, and they bring in tons of food trucks, man, and they make bank, man.
Dude, my favorite things are like the food truck parks, where they'll just gather a bunch of food trucks in like one area. Like they have one on like 360, like over by like Westlake High School.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
They have one at our old, or at like my old job, but our new building for our old work. They were supposed to have a food truck park, but they had at least one food truck every day. They were trying to get like 4 there a day.
Well, I still currently work there, but
yeah.
So I also have this, which is crazy. This is the last, the world's last blockbuster, right?
Okay, I thought the world's last blockbuster was in Alaska. Now it's saying that it's in Oregon. Where's the last blockbuster?
Oregon.
Is it Oregon? I see like that. There's one
Fact check true.
in Alaska.
So I don't know. So this one is saying that the second to last blockbuster was closed in Australia in 2019.
Wow.
Take from that what you will. This is the last blockbuster, and it's in Oregon, and it's now a Airbnb. So you can rent this puppy out for $4 and have access to all of the VHSs and all the DVDs and just watch movies in this weird Airbnb.
Like, honestly, I would do that.
Hey, what do you think about having the bachelor party there? I know you wanted to. Oh yeah, let's do a bachelorette party. Let's all go to.
We do a battle of the sexes there. Yeah.
Stores going full 90s with this overnight, including creative living room and within store the decor of the decade, a gigantic era appropriation. So it's like it's 90s, like we were just saying, nostalgia. 90s were a simpler year, man. Let's just go to Blockbuster Airbnb.
Dude, I would do it.
Next to it, they should have a Taco Bell from the 90s with like all those bright purples and stuff. Remember those?
Look at the bedspread. It's like Saved by the Bell. Like it's a couch bed with Saved by the Bell, like weird art. I don't know.
Dude, what if
I want to go
full pajamas, like head to toe?
That's what they suggest.
It's an Airbnb.
Yeah, they tell you to like, hey, get all 90s stuff, like in your nice 90s pajamas and, Rugrats. I don't know.
That's crazy.
I think that's the only way they're going to keep that thing open because I think blockbusters are like obviously it's the last one. So
they're dead.
But that's awesome. And that's like making it cool tourist attraction.
Yeah, I feel like that'll succeed. I don't even know how Redbox is still in play, but
yeah, and let me look up something here. I was having trouble looking it up for Elijah. It's the UT football schedule.
Thank goodness the Big 12 kind of sort of saved college football.
Thank goodness.
I never thought I would say that because it's the Big 12.
I mean,
but they saved it and they came out and they said, "Hey, we're gonna play," and so they retooled their schedule. So like
Kansas.
Like Texas LSU was supposed to play this year at LSU, and I just happened to be in Baton Rouge now, and I had this game marked on my calendar for like 6 years, and now it's not going to happen.
6 years since you've moved there.
Well, I knew about the LSU thing for a long time. Like we have a Texas series coming up with Alabama. We have a Texas series coming up with Michigan. Those could be like awesome games. But the Big 12 stated they are going to continue with football in the fall, and they're going to have sports. I don't know about like stadiums or like tailgating or any of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I know that UT said like they'll probably reduce stadium capacity by like 50%, which is still 50,000 people.
Yeah, that's a lot. They'll be fine.
So, but they saved it, and the SEC and ACC are both going to have football because the Big 12 or Big 10 and Pac-12 are pansies.
They kind of set the precedent. They were like, all right, if nobody else is going to step up and do this, then and then like you said, the SEC ACC took it right up after that, and they were like, you know what, we're good. Let's do it.
Yeah. They just modified to have their schedules basically just be in conference, which is kind of what everybody wants, anyways.
Yeah,
because they shouldn't be playing the little cupcake teams. But I'm happy with this schedule. I think I'm glad that it was saved.
It's roughly the same. It's roughly
it really is.
TCU, Oklahoma Tech, Oklahoma State, Kansas, both Kansases. Iowa State. It looks roughly the same anyway.
Like all they really do is just eliminate the non-conference. So like we're not playing LSU. I doubt we're going to play South Florida because the American Athletic Conference said that they they're still going to have a conference or they're still going to have a schedule, but a couple of teams have already backed out of it, so that's probably not going to happen. But they rescued and UTEP got put on there, so
cool, man.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I'm so happy.
Me too.
For the UT football. What else do you have for us, Elijah?
I have Warner Media, and this is going to be something interesting to follow. They are consolidating everything, all of their assets into HBO Max to get them to compete with Netflix and Hulu, but they're doing it at a cost of they don't have like a percentage yet of how many employees are going to get fired, but DC Comics and a local Austin company called Rooster Teeth are both going to be severely affected. DC Comics for sure. Like it's like the death knell of physical comic. It like this is it. This is the start of it. Like you're going to start seeing Dark Horse Comics go down. You're going to start seeing indie publishers go down. They're already going down basically, but this is like the death knell because Warner Media is basically canceling out DC Comics. And so they're keeping Batman and they're keeping some Superman and some Justice League, but like Wonder Woman is threatened, but I saw like a Wonder Woman 1984 publishing and it looks terrible. It looks god awful.
Really?
Oh yeah, if you pull up the cover art for Wonder Woman 1984, it's crazy. Like she's fat now. Or I guess thick. More politically correct. It's weird. It's a weird thing that they're doing, and so they're killing comics. But it just shows that they're pushing everything into HBO Max, and I don't think HBO Max is going to fail, but it's at the cost of all of these other projects and stuff like that.
What in the world? What are we doing here, gentlemen? What is
this? Yeah, so this is the new. This is the new. Yeah, no, this is real. This is the new Wonder Woman.
Why is she purple?
I don't know why she's purple.
Why is she purple?
That's weird, bro.
Yeah.
Oh. I have not seen this, dude. Oh.
Yeah.
She is thick, dude. I'm scared now.
But she doesn't look like a superhero.
No, that does not look like Wonder Woman, dude. She's been around for ages.
Oh, wait, scroll down.
Oh. Where you want me?
Keep going.
What, Ninja Turtles? Oh.
Yeah, why'd that turtle have such a long neck?
Bro, they have long necks, man. You ever seen a Galapagos tortoise?
Duh, man. I'm sorry.
But anyways,
like
I think two things are going to come out of this. They're like HBO is going to be great because that's where they're focusing all of their resources now. But I think things like DC Comics, I mean, Rooster Teeth's content's gone downhill a lot, but now it's like really going to go downhill because they're not going to have anybody left.
Yeah.
And so they're either going to have a couple of really great things, or they're going to have one person do too many things, and then you end up with stuff like Wonder Woman 1984.
That's crazy.
So it's just something to look at because they also own Crunchyroll, and they've already wanting to sell Crunchyroll off.
I love Crunchyroll too.
Sony was in talks of acquiring it.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so I feel like Sony would do a good job managing it, though. The only thing is they would probably end up turning it into like it's mandatory to buy because now
the latest I read was they're gonna sell off Crunchyroll to Sony, but the original content for Crunchyroll they're gonna license back to Warner Media and then to HBO Max.
Oh, that's foul. Because then that means
it's kind of like what they do, like what Marvel did with Spider-Man. They sold off Spider-Man's rights, but they went and purchased his licensing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think this is a sign for things to come. Disney is starting to look at cutbacks. Marvel's going to get hit, but Marvel comics aren't doing like too well, anyways. Yeah. So it's a weird transitional shift, and like the great streaming wars have like officially begun.
Right, and I think, I mean, I'm kind of like half optimistic about it because I know how much Warner Brothers and certain DC personnel have a sort of control issue when it comes to the content they're creating. And you've seen it rampant with, you know, the Justice League and the Suicide Squad and things like that. And, you know, Jeff Johns is a big name who kind of is like a controller of all of, you know, what happens and who says this and that. So I think it was bound to come anyway, but I think the COVID-19 stuff just kind of like exaggerated it and forced it to happen. And I think that it's AT&T, because AT&T is like the parent company or the overseer, and I think they're trying to invest in what fans really do want to see, and they're cutting out the top down, like I guess they're putting less people in power, like to mess with it, you know, like to meddle and everything. I think they're actually structuring it to where, all right, like this is gonna happen, this isn't gonna happen. I don't like that Wonder Woman thing you showed me, but like everything else, I'm excited for, like the Black Adam stuff, the Snyder Cuts happening on HBO Max. I think that they're opening up a kind of a vault of creativity that can just happen all over HBO Max. And I think you're right that they're kind of mirroring a Marvel thing, because Marvel is fully invested in Star Wars, is fully invested in Marvel Comics movies and things like that.
Yeah.
All they're doing on Disney Plus is like the Mandalorian, spin-offs of Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like, you know, that I think that HBO Max and Warner Brothers in general is trying to find their thing there. And push it all out on HBO Max. So I'm kind of optimistic, but you know, you're right. Like there is kind of
be interesting once they release more, because this is happening like right now. Once we can see, because it is a publicly traded company, we can see their staff and their staff alignments and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think like for us, like we should definitely like further down the road just have a talk about the streaming wars and like how it's affecting stuff like Disney Plus. I think would be interesting.
Yes.
Just to take a look at.
Streaming is like
streaming wars.
We think a lot about like the streaming wars between like Disney and like HBO when it comes to like Marvel versus DC. But there's streaming like issues within like that was actually gonna be like my rant too.
Yeah.
Not for another episode, but like just streaming services in general, because for UFC, I was trying to buy the UFC Fight Pass for this weekend, and ESPN Plus UFC Fight Pass is a streaming service. They have the preliminaries. Then I have to go to ESPN Plus to get the next round of fights. Then I have to buy the ESPN Plus pay-per-view for the main card. So you're telling me I have to buy 3 different the streaming?
Yeah, I'm having that same issue with ESPN Plus, because I purchased it a long time ago to watch like really niche sports and stuff and follow my school, but I don't have a TV cable or anything like that, so I can't watch anything on this thing that I'm paying for.
Yeah,
right.
But we can save that for another episode.
Yeah. But anyways,
streaming wars coming soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I got one last update before we set you guys free. So we all know in the podcast world, there's a big podcast called Call Her Daddy. It's this huge podcast. Sophia, I know you guys may not like it. I've not listened to it. I only know of it because of the drama that ensued, because some of my favorite podcasts ended up talking about it.
Yeah.
A while back, Sophia and I forgot the other girl's name. They had gotten into contract disputes with how they were getting paid with Barstool Sports. This podcast is run by Barstool Sports.
Right.
There was these issues. They tried to resolve them. They wanted to Barstool Sports wanted to keep them to re-sign to keep them with the podcast. Sophia, who started dating a dude that actually worked at HBO. They called him Suit Man. He did a lot of the boxing stuff for HBO. He told Sophia, and he was kind of in her ear, that like, hey, you should look somewhere else, or like we should look on selling it like elsewhere. But the thing is the girls themselves did not own the RSS feed, which is like their basic license for the podcast. Barstool Sports did. So this guy tried to sell something that wasn't theirs, essentially. So, Call Her Daddy ended up breaking up. They split apart.
They broke up?
Yeah, David Portnoy ended up sticking with the blonde girl that was there. She's actually really funny. I think she's awesome. She handled this situation like a champ. Like she truly was the adult about this situation. So fast forward to now is the dude, the suit man, the guy that was trying to basically split them up was fired yesterday, 2 days ago.
Get wrecked.
This week from HBO. And what I think is more hilarious about the whole situation is that this Call Her Daddy podcast is like basically a podcast where they go and they say like, men aren't shit. Like you can be an independent woman. Like you don't need a man to be successful sort of thing. And like, you shouldn't let men in your ear telling you this, like what to do. But Sophia let her new boyfriend tell her what to do. And then she
the irony
podcast making millions of like this podcast making millions of dollars. And on top of that, her boyfriend, who she thought was going to help him out, is fired, is jobless. Final thing to add on that, David Portnoy, the president, he has a bottle of champagne and it's engraved with the names of his enemies. And anytime something professionally happens to his enemies, he opens it, he pours himself and he records himself and makes a short video drinking it and then talking about that person. And he did it on TikTok.
That's so dumb. That's so petty, dude.
Dude, that's diabolical. I thought it was hilarious.
Hold a grudge much, dude?
He was like, no, you did this to me. I'm going to let you know what's up. Like, I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, that's the only big update I have. But anyways, thank you guys for listening. Next episode, we will be talking about the Jeffrey Epstein documentary. We know it's been out for a little bit, but we do still want to talk about it because it's kind of, it is important for what we're going through as a society. So definitely stay tuned. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook. I was about to say Snapchat. We don't even have a Snapchat, so don't follow
us there too. We're everywhere.
TikTok, Periscope, anywhere. We're going to be there. I promise you, we'll be there. We'll find a way. But thank you guys for listening. You guys have a good one. Bye.
Bye.